All right. Hey, good evening, Rattler Nation. Welcome to another live episode of the ONG Strike Zone. And look what we got. We got a full house. Everybody is in the building, in place. Man, it's been a while since we've seen everybody together, man. Hey, Marcus Green, Kelvin Rozier, alongside me, Bryan Fulford. Man, it's a pleasure to see y'all again on the screen. Marcus, Kelvin, what's good, brothers? How y'all doing?
Well, I know it's been a while because I'm seeing that beard on you. You looking like oh no, man, what's going on?
My summer's it's my summer thing, Marcus. I'm going with the beard. I even I'm ordering them some like some beard stuff, like the juices and berries, the comb. I'm gonna let this thing go, man. I'm gonna let it grow and see what I can do with it.
You gonna dye?
No, not yet. I'm gonna see what kind of attraction the pepper look gets.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, then I'll dye it. But
don't be like Coach Teller.
I mean, look, set up. I'm not gonna comment, but anyway, good to have you guys back. Good to be back on another Wednesday night show. Good to have everybody in the chat room. Hello to everybody and wherever you're watching us. All the folks watching on Facebook, on Twitter or X as they call it these days, Instagram Live, Facebook, however and wherever you're watching the show. We appreciate you coming in and joining us as the boys are back in town for tonight's show. We got a good show for you playing tonight. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, good friend of the program, my co-host on Sunday nights, AD Drew, who you also see moonlighting as one of the professors on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Drew spent a whole week at the SWAC Baseball Tournament, so we will get a chance to talk to him. No surprises here at this point. We came up short again in the SWAC Baseball Tournament, but so we'll talk to Drew about that and just where the future of FAMU baseball is after back-to-back conference championship games, and kind of talk with him, and we'll kind of talk about it as well amongst ourselves and with you guys in the chats. And then at the top of hour two, Tony Austin of HBCU Track and Field will join the show. And right now already we have the NCAA regionals taking place in Lexington, Kentucky. We have 7 women, 4 men competing in 10 events over the course of the next 2 days, and hopefully further as the regionals. I guess the regionals take place today through Saturday. So we'll get into talking about that. We've already had some Rattlers on the track, but we won't spoil what they did just yet. We'll wait for Tony to come on, and we'll also get a chance to talk to him about the track performance at the SWAC. Outstanding. I know he shared a few very interesting nuggets.
Yeah, I'm not going to steal his thunder, but HBCUs are represented in the track this year. For sure. I mean,
Yeah.
we traditionally kind of represented anyway, but we really represented this season.
Yeah, there's some good numbers. I didn't, when I was reading his article, which hopefully you guys caught, we did retweet it. But there's two regions. There's an East and a West region. I don't know which HBCUs participate in the West region or the West first round, NCAA West first round.
West side of the Mississippi.
Okay, so that would be your
kind of, yeah. That's kind of where it goes.
Okay,
and the West region is in Arkansas anyway, so it's really it's a West region, but it is in the South still.
Yeah, we were talking your Texas, basically Prairie View, Texas A&M or Prairie View, Texas Southern, UAPB would probably fall in that. I would imagine. I think. We'll see. We'll talk to him about that and then what that would look like. And then of course, after they finish the first round, then they go into
quarterfinals.
After the whole first round thing is done, the nationals.
You mean regional?
Do they go so let me get the terminology right. What is it? This is regions, correct?
This is regionals, correct.
Okay, so then after regions,
the top 48.
Nationals.
The top 48 go to regionals. So if you finish in the top 48, you go to regionals.
In the nation.
Yeah, top 48 in your region.
Okay. And then coming out of that, the top 24 go
12.
to nationals? 12. Wow.
The top 12 from each region.
And that's in Oregon.
Correct.
Okay, so the top 12 from each region. Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Except for the heptathlon, the top 24 go to the finals.
Oh, wow. So that's across the board, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Because that's an individual. Well, I guess a lot of them, it ain't the only individual event, but they treat it differently. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Marcus, before we get into it, you did a little traveling abroad, if you don't mind me saying it. What was maybe give us one or two unique experiences? Did you run across any Rattlers or HBCU folks over abroad?
I did not. Celebrated 25 years of marriage, so we went to Paris and London, and no, didn't see any other than the plane. I didn't see too many black people either. Well, no, let me not say that. In Paris and London, I did see a few, but I don't know. I guess they're more native to either Paris or Africa or
they got a.
So you didn't go to the south side of Paris, is what you're telling me.
Across the train tracks.
He didn't go to the hood.
You didn't go to the hood. You didn't go to the Paris hood.
But it was good. It was a good trip. That jet lag is nothing to play with. I never had that before. So, I mean, when I don't know, probably till yesterday, I was still, groggy, waking up, not having not sleeping all the way through the night, or at least waking up early. I might wake up early anyway, but just get my body clock. But it was fun. And Paris we only got to see a little bit of it, but we saw a lot of historical stuff. The Eiffel Tower, and it was cold there. It was like 50 degrees. I was like, man, this is, and raining.
Was that your first? Is that the first time you've been to? You said London and Paris, right?
Mm-hmm.
First time.
5 days in each. That was my first time going to either one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, in Paris, man, they've got like a bakery on every corner. So, yeah, that wasn't good.
So you had your share of bread.
Yeah, bread and cheese. I was like, oh my gosh.
Where's the beef?
It was bad. Really, really bad, but fun.
Oh, that's good. Well, again,
congratulations. And also, when we were in London, we got a chance to see Hamilton. We saw the play at the theater in London. That was my first time seeing it.
Okay.
That sounds great, man. When I grow up, I want to be like you.
Look, I'm telling you.
Me and I had an anniversary too. It was this
congratulations.
Weekend. Yeah, 17 years in the game.
That's all right.
All right. Look at you,
but we didn't go to Paris. We stayed in the States.
No, that was something 25 years in the making. We said,
Yeah.
once we get to 25, we're gonna do that.
How many years of planning? How many years of planning and financial planning went into this, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, been talking about it since 2001, but in terms of saving and planning, the last couple of years, my wife Dawn, she was doing all that stuff, and she was just giving me info. I was like, okay, I'll be there. So I didn't have anything to do with it.
You don't have to miss the show for this one, baby. It's like, okay. You said no, you can't do remote. No, you can't. What time? Hey, hold on. What time was it? Hey, what time was it, Marcus, when we do our show? What time is it over there?
It was like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh man, you could have snuck away. No, I'm just kidding, Marcus.
Nah.
Coach, you wrong for that. You talking about
what happened?
Down. Coach.
Oh man.
And for Emmett Jones, yes, we did use the Euro train going from Paris to London, and it was like 2 hours, and it went under. I guess it went under the English Channel, and it was fun. It was neat.
Kelvin went to Frenchtown.
You didn't have to highlight it.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Did you I know you represented the HBCU gear while you were out there, Marcus. I know you.
Yeah.
No, not so much.
No, the outfits are already put together.
Oh Lord.
So boy, you can tell that's 25 years. He didn't even look what was packed.
Hey, I'm laughing now, Kelvin. Your turn's coming in. Let me see. How many more years? Nine more years. Your turn is coming. Don't worry about it.
No, I still pack my own suitcase now.
Yeah, okay. Keep laughing. Doctor had your plan. Had your whole all the orange and green outfits. Then leave them in the house. Be like, where are my orange and green at? Nah, you ain't wearing those. You ain't wearing them on this trip.
I just go in my extra suitcase.
Oh man, good stuff. Well, maybe you'll find a way to share some pictures with us, Marcus. We always like people want to see. People want to see, your trip. So maybe next week you'll bless us with some photos of you and the fam and the wifey. All
no, it wasn't the fam. It was just me and wife.
Oh, I thought for some reason I thought you said
no.
One or both the kids were going.
No, we told them they're not going.
Oh, okay.
They didn't even bother asking. They knew they weren't going.
Oh, okay. Get your own trip to London.
That's
Paris.
Right.
There you go. Mom and dad's trip right here.
They just had a house party.
Yeah, exactly. The house is still in order. I see everything in the background still in one place. So
yeah, nobody. We had cameras, so we made sure everything was
okay. Well, look at that. Even the cameras they didn't know about. See, because I know they were like, "Oh, that's a camera." So, yeah, okay. That's good stuff. Protect your stuff. All right. Hey, let's do the shout outs here as we get into the early parts of the show. As a few people already jumped in. Jimmy Mack checking in. Good to see you, Jimmy. Thanks for being the first one in the chats. Ashton Harris.
Oh, look like he froze up. Can't be great. All right, so I think Kelvin Rozier was third person in. What's up? Die. Mm-hmm. Then we got Ken Rozier, Ken and Alex. What's happening? We got the ATL in the house. B Stars, what's going on? Ken, B Stars, and our next person, Meredith. All JBN subscribers and loyal watchers, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a JBN subscriber. Zeke Love, what's happening? We got Makiba West. What's up, Makiba? We got My dog, Demetra, in the house. What's up, Mitra? What's up, cuz? Mary 305 in the house.
305.
Hey, big little baby. Got a little baby in the house. What's up, little baby? Then got Miss Gail. What's going on?
Hey, Miss Gail.
Cleveland. We got Tamara T, who in the house. What's up, Tamara? Another JBN subscriber along with Gail. Thank you for being JBN subscriber. We got Chuck Hunt, and I ain't did this in a long time. Nashville, Tennessee. No, he from Monroe, Louisiana. What's up, Chuck? All right. Then we got Troy, Fat Mouth Sports in the house. What's going on, Troy? Jimmy Mack. Oh, we already said him. He was first in here. Emmett Jones, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. We got A. Williams. We got a Texas person. I think Houston. I don't know if it's Houston or Dallas. But I think she live in Florida now. But what's up, A. Williams? What's happening? Thank you for watching. We already said Mary 305, Miss West. What's up, Bull? Kevin Butler in the house. Thank you for watching. We are shout out Little Baby. What Little Baby talking about? Little Baby's a bread lover. I go nuts. I have to find a soul food spot somewhere.
They had a barbecue place across from. They called it, was it Meat or Grill or something? It was like right near our hotel. I was like, we're not eating that. We can get that anytime.
Yeah, man. I can only do so much bread and cheese, though, brother. I'm not a big bread.
Oh no, they have more than that, but it's like every corner is like a bread, cheese, and like some kind of chocolate.
I'm surprised you haven't said wine. You know, wine is something that I figure. I mean, are you not wine drinkers? Are you guys not wine drinkers?
Well, my wife drinks wine, but I don't.
You don't? Did you at least try any wine?
I sipped her. One sip of hers. I'm not an alcoholic.
Did you do communion? The high EA, what's going on, buddy?
Oh my god.
What EA talking about? I got that EA. That's
got
funny.
Got jokes. That is funny.
Absolutely. What's up, Coach Dre Watt? You know, around here. Don't knock Frenchtown now. Frenchtown used to be, you know, wee. It used to be the spot.
Used to be.
Yeah, long time ago, even before my time.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Tim Young. Jab, what's going on? The Muck Finest. And Tim Young, what's happening? Alice, how you doing? Palm Beach in the house. Hey, William. So Dallas. All right, Dallas. All right, Bryan. I think you got it all.
Yeah, good stuff, man. We'll see how long. I had to turn on my hotspot just in case, you know, which is crazy because I shouldn't have to turn on the hotspot as a backup for the hard line. I need to call Spectrum, man. Maybe I need to move to Starlink. You know,
I'm considering looking at them for.
Anyway,
also,
in Starlink, isn't that
Elon? That's him. That's what I got.
I mean, he got enough satellites up there. I think there's a private airline. I think American Airlines was talking about how they're moving to Starlink or something to that effect. You know, anyway, so that way you get uninterrupted. But I don't know, whatever's going on. Knock on wood. I gotta, there might be another time when my connection goes nuts, but
yeah, I'm glad you ain't say Spirit because I would have that would have did that. That would have been a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, well, they're no longer. So
that's the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so let's do it.
Yeah. See, he did it again. He talked about him. Yeah, he talked about it and. It'll snipe him again. He gets sniped. So I think
I'm back
there
now.
you go.
See,
there you go.
I peeped what happened was what had happened was so who knows what's gonna happen here. But anyway, you guys see it, and when it happens, it'll happen. So let's do this. Let's take a break. We started late, but we're kind of running in time, and Drew's gonna join us. and we can talk all about the SWAC Baseball Tournament. Baseball season comes to an end with another championship loss, second consecutive year. I don't know if one is more heartbreaking than the other. Definitely a good week's performance going into the championship game.
Yeah.
Things just don't work out. So we'll kind of talk about it from a couple of different perspectives, and even, some of the post-tournament talk has kind of centered around format changes, a lot of weather delays. I think every day was impacted by weather in some form or fashion. I don't know how you resolve that, but it's certainly worth talking about, I guess. And, we'll see what happens. So, Jimmy Mack. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So let's take that break. Come back with AD Drew on the other side. We're talking about the SWAC Baseball Tournament, FAMU baseball on the other side of the break. You're watching the ONG Strike Zone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today to get started.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
All right. Welcome on to the show, to the ONG Strike Zone. None other than AD Drew, who not only is he my co-host on Sunday nights, the BCSN Sports Wrap right here on the Black College Sports Network. You also see him as the adjunct professor on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, most Tuesday and Thursday nights. But Drew is he also serves as a writer, among other things. Drew's like part one Jamaican. Yeah.
Undercover.
He also writes, and he most recently has been writing for the for BlackCollegeNines.com. Black College Nines does a great job of highlighting and spotlighting, covering HBCU baseball. Drew, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing all right, fellas. Doing all right. Marcus, did you bring me back any French wine, man?
I did not.
What are the speaking of that? What are the export rules? I mean, could a bottle of wine have survived an 8-hour flight, Marcus?
I guess the biggest thing, they probably make it so you can ship it. It's just a matter of packing it, and I guess you have to pay. I don't know, import tax or whatever, or duty tax. Yeah.
I know, Brian. I don't know about coming from France, but I do know our friend Bryan from Belgium has brought me back some Belgian beer before, so I know the wine can make it, and Belgian beer can make it from over there.
Yes. Matter of fact, I just thought. Side anyway. We can't get distracted. That made me think. I gotta tell him. Look, I just talked to him today or yesterday. I need to put in another order for some Belgian beer. All right, so let's talk baseball, Drew. Of course, for many people who obviously everyone should know the Rattlers were the 3 seed in the A bracket, which is kind of where we wanted to be. We wanted to be opposite of Bethune-Cookman going into the tournament, which we were, which put us in a bracket over there with Texas Southern University. And who was the other team in our bracket?
Say again, Texas Southern. In our bracket, it was Grambling, us, Texas Southern,
and Southern.
And
I think Grambling was on the other side. Grambling was there with Alabama State.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Grambling was there with Alabama State. Jackson State was in there with us. That's what it was.
Okay. We never saw.
We never saw Jackson. Nobody saw Jackson State. You know, they were the Kingsford Charcoal team of the tournament, being 2 barbecue, losing on 2 walk-offs.
Yeah, that's tough. But anyway, for FAMU,
I could do that on this show since this is a FAMU safe zone.
Yes, it is. You can do that. They'll attack you somewhere else, but that's fine. That's what they do.
That's all right.
But FAMU opened up the tournament with an 8-6 win, a game where we saw a great performance from Caleb Granger to open in the first 6 innings. We had a lead, lost the lead, had to come back to win 8-6 late in that ball game. Game number 2 was against Southern. Southern, who, again, coming in with a hot streak, hadn't lost. I don't know. Going into that game, they had like a 17-game, I think, SWAC winning streak when we faced them, and we went ham on them. McKenzie, Jackson McKenzie hit for the cycle. FAMU put up 15 runs on Southern, beating them 15-6. Got a good pitching performance from Workman. Go ahead, Drew.
But let's stop right there at those first 2 games. We didn't notice it then, but there was a chink in the armor when we look back at this tournament now that was there in the first 2 games, but because FAMU won those games, we didn't notice it. After Granger was pulled in game 1, the bullpen gave up the runs, which allowed Texas Southern to take the lead. FAMU bats got hot again and had to fight back. Also, twice in that Southern game, FAMU was up at the point where they could win by run rule.
Mm-hmm.
But Southern being the home team, they got it up under that 10 both times at the bottom of the inning and forced FAMU to play a full 9. Yeah, you won by 9, and sometimes when you win, you don't recognize things that could be problems later on because you got the W. And W's are hard to come by, especially this time of the year. But when you look back and think about it, those first 2 games should have been a forecast to what we were ultimately going to see in the tournament.
Kelvin, Marcus, any thoughts on what you saw in those first 2 games before we move into the last 2?
No, you watched us all year, and I said on this show at the beginning of the year, the 5-point run was our sweet spot. We score more than 5 runs, we typically win. We score under 5. If they hold us under 5, we typically lose. And we had okay starting pitcher, but our offense along with our defense is what sustained us during the season and in this tournament, frankly, until the last game.
Mm-hmm. Marcus, any thoughts you want to get out?
No, same thing, just middle relief. Gave up big runs. I had a chance to catch the actually I saw a little bit of every game. But yeah, we had a chance to run rule against Southern, and then I think we gave up 5 consecutive walks.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous like that.
And I was like, oh my goodness gracious. And so, it could have ended in the 7th. I think actually.
And then again in the 8th.
Yeah. We were like 1 run short in the 7th. If we had gotten one more hit, because I think we had at least a couple men on base, and we were like 13 to maybe 12 to 3 or something like that. And then, yeah.
Yeah, we put it when you put those kind of runs up. We've seen it all season though, like you said, Kelvin. I mean, we know that all season offensively we've been pretty good. It's just how would the pitching hold up? Well, going into the third game, which the game that would either put us into the championship game or have to run it back again, where we ended up having to play Southern a second time because Southern had defeated
Texas Southern.
Texas
Southern in a wild
held off
game.
Texas Southern. That's probably a better word. Held off Texas Southern.
Yes, yeah, I was going to say it held off. So we probably got our best pitching performance of the entire tournament by Jesus Campa, who had always been the number 3 starter. And, I don't think Campa had ever really been in games long enough to total up wins and losses, but he saved his best stuff.
Yeah, he was the Sunday starter.
But I mean, he never, when I went and looked at like some of his innings pitched in those games, they never were long, 5, 6, not enough to get wins. I mean, going into that game, he had a 2-2 record. So that's what I mean, long enough to get the decision. But after giving up a run in the bottom of the first inning, Campa and the bullpen shut out Southern the rest of the way as we ended up beating Southern 5-1 in that contest, where I think it was kind of highlighted there. Ryan Young closed the game out in impressive fashion. I think Campa pitched 6 innings. Young pitched 3 innings, right?
3 innings.
Drew, that was that game was played on Thursday night.
The second one was played Saturday morning against Southern.
Right.
Originally it was supposed to be what day? It was supposed to be Friday.
It was
Friday.
Originally it was scheduled for Friday.
Okay.
They got 1-2 in Friday, I believe, before the rains finally called a day. And let me explain this to everybody. At Rickwood Field, there's a strict rule that you can't start a game after, I think it's actually after like 11 o'clock is what it is. Because if you've never been to Rickwood Field, it's in the neighborhood. It's for almost just like playing on campus for us. You got houses right there behind the outfield walls and next to the parking lot and everything else. You are literally in the neighborhood. So I'm not gonna say the hood, but you are in a neighborhood. So with all that music and PA and cars and everything else, they do have those ordinances in that part of town, so that those people who live over there can sleep accordingly.
Yeah. Campa 6 innings pitched, threw 85 pitches. Then Ryan Young came in and threw 3 scoreless innings, throwing 37 pitches. That was the Saturday game, one of the first of the 2 on Saturday, and we didn't have to play a second game, so it set up perfectly for Sunday, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now let's set up the imperfect. Alabama State. Had let's see, they played Wednesday. No problems on Wednesday. Thursday, Alabama State was in the ballpark waiting to play. They were playing UAPB, but that game did not take place Thursday because of the rain delay during the game prior to them, which would have been that was the Southern FAMU game, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
There was a rain delay in that game, and then there was a rain delay earlier in the day also. So you lost that. So the Alabama State UAPB came to the park waiting on the game, and things were delayed. Finally, to the point where like y'all got to come back and play 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So you mentally have gone from I'm playing the night games to now I got to get up at the butt crack of dawn and go do this thing all over again. Then the following day, once again, let's see. So they got the Thursday off. They played Friday. Then they had to play Saturday. Guess what happened Saturday afternoon? Rain once again, to the point where that game did not end because that until oh my god, it was
11.
It was somewhere around there because and reason I remember that because after the FAMU game on Saturday, I went to go check into the hotel. I'm like, I'm gonna go stay at the hotel, grab me something to eat, and get back to the ballpark maybe in about the third inning of that game. Of course, I didn't make it back to the ballpark when that game after they played the one inning, and the game did not start until 7:45 local time. That's 8:45 for y'all on the East Coast. So I stayed in the hotel after that, and we got lucky. Neither one of the teams that were undefeated on Saturday actually lost the game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was no way in hell that we were going to get 2 games in on Sunday with all the weather.
Yeah.
And I hate to tell y'all this, Rattler fan.
No, I know where you're going with it. NCAA.
If they don't play that game on Sunday and get that game in, our counterparts on the beach wind up representing the SWAC conference.
Wow. Yeah, little known rule about
it
that.
It reverts back to the regular season
champs. Yeah,
that game has to be completed by when? Because I know they do
11 o'clock Eastern. Everything nationwide had to be completed by 11 o'clock Eastern to give the committee time enough.
But it must have got a waiver because our game wasn't finished by 11 o'clock Eastern.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
11 p.m.
We actually went off the air.
You talking about PM?
PM.
I thought you were talking about AM. Okay.
No, PM on Sunday. Everything
right.
Everything nationwide had to be completed by 11 p.m. Eastern to give the committee time to put the brackets and everything together, which came out at 12 o'clock noon Sunday. On Monday.
Monday morning, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that game had to be we talked about this. That game had to be a full game, not the 5 innings official. You know, how we consider an official game. It had to play the game all the way out, or at least that's what it was agreed upon, right?
Right. Unless, they could have probably pulled some tricks if the game was 10-2 in the 8th inning or something like that. But, especially with that game being as competitive as it was, But let's get to Sunday.
All right. So going into Sunday, Drew, and I mean, we hopefully you guys had read a great preview going into that game. Because of the weather delays, FAMU had worked itself into a position where we were going to get Caleb Granger, our ace, pitching in that game, which was kind of fortunate, we thought, going in for us in that ball game. I mean,
well, it was. Set up.
But you had both number ones.
Okay, I was going to ask that on the other side. Was that
Alabama State, and you had Granger for FAMU. So you had both Friday starters available for the championship game. Which if you're in the championship scenario, that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And we were the home team, so that means we are in the bottom half of the inning. So that too we thought would be advantageous to us. But Alabama State, yeah, okay. But from the get-go, Alabama State was on us. They were on Granger from the get-go. I mean, they scored a run in the top half of the first. We did answer.
The first batter, right? Hit a home run.
Yeah.
Was it the first batter who hit a home run? No.
And then he got a single after that?
No, there was the top of the lineup scored Miguel Oropeza, who ended up being the tournament MVP, after a single by Jenkins, who I think was the
let's see. Divine single, stole second, and came home on Jenkins' RBI single.
Yeah.
FAMU answered in the bottom of the first. Campbell tripled to left center, and then Jackson McKenzie doubled him home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and then that was it for FAMU for a while.
The top of the lineup for
it actually wasn't though. I can't wait to talk about this.
We
had base runners, a lot of double plays.
Yeah,
let's go right there, Bryan. And this was the ironic thing about this. Due to the rain and the weather, obviously, Bryan and I do the sports wrap every Sunday night. But because of the rain and everything else, our sports wrap time came, and it was what, second inning, third inning of the game, Bryan?
Yep, second inning. We almost did a watch party.
And I just called Bryan maybe 30 minutes before it was showtime. I was like, man, I'm just gonna sit here and do the show from here, and we'll just go on for however long we need to go on and everything, and watch this game because I wasn't gonna leave the park to go anywhere. And one of the things, if we would have started at 1:00, that I was trying to figure out is where was I going to do the show from. So I was like, heck, let's just do it from here. And then we had the pleasure of Dr. Cavill joining us. So we just turned it into a watch party. And it was, and I hope people appreciated it because that was totally impromptu. That was not planned. I just happened to I never broke down my equipment from the pregame show that we did. So it was just instant go.
I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on where there were a couple of major points where, as much as, I heard somebody say, we got to hold on. I saw somebody post this and say,
I disagree with that. Well, at least on this show. Now, there may have been some other folks, but I disagree with the FAMU arrogance. No, we have seen some.
Oh, you saw that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you brought that up because
this is the ONG StrikeZone. We could be arrogant on here.
Well, look, I thought there were,
and we did sweep them in the regular season, right?
No, we won 3 or 4.
We won a series, right?
You swept them in the conference series, but they won the neutral site in the Andre Dawson.
Yeah,
I thought that was Southern got rained out.
That's correct. Yeah, no. So there were moments when in this game that I personally felt. And I think it was, I don't know if it was in the third inning per se, even though the score at the end of 3 was only 2-1. The fourth inning is where they kind of really got to Granger. But that was the inning in the fourth inning when I felt like, okay, Granger is not his best. And they were just hitting him. Everybody
they weren't hitting the ball hard, though.
Lineup hard. Hell, they were just hitting that.
Yeah. It was just falling over the first baseman head, over second baseman head. They were cutting them by
they were base hits. They were base hits. I mean,
we saying the same thing, but I mean, that's baseball. Sometimes the ball found open spots.
And on the flip side, we could not figure out LeBoy. Well, let me take that back. The bottom half of our lineup could not figure out LeBoy. Bryan pointed it out after about the 5th inning that the bottom half of our lineup was like 1 for 18 or 1 for 16 at that point in time, where the top half of our lineup was hitting the ball They was going. We would get runners in scoring position.
Yes.
Less than 2 outs.
Yeah.
1 through 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 through 9. Couldn't drive them home.
Yep.
Now, obviously, that begs the question. There were a couple of times when you had some of your big hitters up in situations where you may have looked a bunt. But do I take the bat out of McKenzie's hand?
Right.
Asking him to bunt.
Yeah.
I might let McKenzie swing away. But then after that, you didn't see anybody try to bunt the ball over. You didn't see any movement on the base pass. I rarely saw a hit and run try to get put on. Even if you foul the ball off on the hit and run, at least we know you're trying to be aggressive. I didn't see those type of things. I don't know about mistakes killing us, Hollow.
Right.
Now those HBPs killed us, but I don't know about necessarily mistakes, because you were talking about a wet turf. Both teams, same condition. Ball was wet, field was wet. Track, it was tough to run on that track. You saw Alabama State, the Alabama State runner in the first inning came around third base and should have scored on the play, but he failed coming around third base because the turf was wet. So there were things, and there were things both ways. So that's a wash.
Yeah.
William Brown, Jay Campbell, Jackson McKenzie, the 1, 3, and 4 hitters. I think, the stat that you were referencing, Drew, at one point, Brown and all 3 of those guys had 3 hits in the game. And before we scored those 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, which, up prior to that point, those were the 3 guys who were responsible for most of the hits. And the rest of the guys in the lineup were like 1 for 16, 1 for 17. And it wasn't until late in that game, in that 3-run 8th inning, that the bottom half of the lineup kind of started, got their bats going and made it closer, cut the deficit to 2 going in. They gave us a chance going in the 9th inning, because for the first 7 innings, I mean, they were all on our ass. They were on us, and it wasn't looking good. And so, I don't know. Final score 8-6. We did in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Before we get to the bottom of the 9th, let's talk about the 6th inning, Brian.
Okay.
Specifically, the bottom of the 6th, which actually turned out to be the difference in the ball game.
Well, the 6th in general turned out, because the top half is where we gave up the 3 runs.
That's what I'm talking about, the 3-run home run.
Yeah.
And you take that 3-run home run out. I know we doing hindsight, but that one swing of the bat was the difference in the ball game, because FAMU bats woke up later. Was it 1 out? I can't remember if it was 1 out or 2 outs off the top of my head, Kelvin.
Yeah.
But that pushed the lead to 8-2, and that's when you kind of started giving up hope if you were a Rattler.
Yeah, wasn't too good at that point.
No.
Yeah. Turning point of the game for you, Marcus and Kelvin, was where? Was that it, or was there anywhere else where you were kind of?
Well, the stat that sticks out to me, and I'm going back looking at the box score, we actually out-hit Alabama State 14-13.
We did.
But what stood out to me was there were at least there was 4 innings that we had runners on base, at least 1 or 2 runners on base, and we hit into double plays. And this was when the game, one of them happened, I think, in the 9th. I think we had some runners on base too, but the other ones happened before that big home run. They happened in like the first 5 innings. And that I kept making a mental note every time that happened. Like, man, we had these run on base, one out, man, and we hit into the double play, didn't get no runs in, and one of the ends, I think we got one run in. And I was like, man, that in this kind of game, that's gonna matter. And it did end up mattering. But I mean, we showed grit, fight like we've done all year, man. It was an 8-6 game. We went through undefeated up until the end. We played hard, and Alabama State just made the plays at the end of the day. A few more plays than we made.
Kelvin, did you forget about the runner getting thrown out at the plate?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I
think
did.
Was that bottom of the 8th? Is it the bottom of the 7th?
7th or 8th?
Yeah,
it was the 7th or the 8th.
Because he got thrown out, and it would have been, if everything else stayed the same, it would have been a 1-run game in the 9th versus a 2-run game.
Yeah.
So that
was one of those plays where I
who
think
was running? Who was the runner?
It was Jay. It was Jay.
Yeah,
it was Campbell. But I think
we got too many
around.
species.
There was what it was a great hit by McKenzie.
And it was a good play by the defense. Now let's get the defense credit
play
on that. The defense made the perfect relay
throw,
tag, everything else. It had to be perfect by Alabama State because it was that close. But he was clearly out from the naked eye.
He was clearly out. Yeah. No, McKenzie hit the ball off the wall, and it caromed off the wall so hard that it became one of those bang bang plays. I mean, that's literally what happened.
And that was at the end of the 8th. Was that out the last out of the inning?
It had to be in the 7th inning because McKenzie is the 4 hitter, and it wasn't the end of the inning when he threw him out. So it was definitely in the 7th inning.
Okay. And we only got one run.
And if I remember that play, because of the angle that ball took towards the wall, Campbell had to hold for a moment just to see if that ball was actually going to be caught, because the outfielder was close enough where he could have made a play, but it was just beyond his reach. But the carom came to him perfect. Relay, bam, bam. And
it was a great play.
It was a great play. It might have been a double relay. Don't quite remember, going off the top of my head right now. But it was a great play. And I think that was the first or second. It was the second out of the inning, because it did not end the inning. It was either the first or the second out of the inning.
Yeah, we actually scored, but we just didn't score.
He was the second one. Campbell was the second runner. He was the trail runner.
Because it would have been 8-4 instead of 8-3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have changed the complexion. Yeah.
Right. And then that puts a different level of pressure on Alabama State those last 2 innings. Because one run, you get a run on third base, wild pitch, pass ball, anything can bring that runner across at that point.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions that came up, and I know EA posted this in the chat, it's been talked about a lot this week. We have a double elimination tournament. And now we know the SWAC has done this winner-take-all championship game for years. So this isn't new.
Let me break something down, Bryan, just so everybody understands. Because you say double elimination and winner-take-all, and a lot of people get confused with this. SWAC, after you do your seed 1 through 8, they break it up into 2 brackets. There are 2 4-team double elimination tournaments. After you get to the end of those double elimination tournaments with the if game, in this case we did not, then those 2 winners play in a winner take all game. And some people still get that confused about the format.
That's a great clarification. It is 2 separate tournaments because you never see the other side until potentially the championship. So
right. And those brackets run simultaneously.
Right. But I think look, I know people look at a game like yesterday and think, oh man, it's a shame that it comes down to 1 game. Well, they've been doing that forever. Remember, there was a year where I think it was the school from Mississippi was like unbeaten.
24-0.
Yes, unbeaten. I mean, just imagine going unbeaten all through regular season, all through the playoff tournament and get to the last game and then lose the championship and like no tournament for you. I know people are talking about, is there a way?
Stupid.
Should we have a 3? Should we have a best of 3? Maybe reduce the front end. Is it possible, Drew? What are you hearing? And as you talk to people, is there any movement for that?
Let's start off with the best of 3 scenario in the championship, which would in this case would be a championship series. The only way that works is if you move those 2 4-team tournaments like we have them now, you have to move those up a week. So you lose the last weekend of SWAC play, and that would actually be your tournament because you don't have no one has the pitching to go through that consecutively. So you would run that for 3 or 4 days, and then you would be off, say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you would play that best of 3 either in a double header with the if game, or you play them 3 consecutive days like our players are used to, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, I will say this, even with our current format, I am with pushing the tournament up 1 day because the rain that we saw this year, this is not the first time that we have had to deal with this. While Mother Nature did not like us this year, the baseball gods gave us favor by not having those if games. There could have been the nuclear option where we could have had both if games and the championship game to play on Sunday with the weather. That's why I am in favor of pushing the tournament up at least 1 day to give us an extra buffer on with rain at this end. Start the season earlier. Yes, Emmett. EA, you would have to move the SWAC season up 1 week also if you want to maintain the 30-game season, or you reduce it down to 27 games. That's the only way that format will work. Now, Dr. Cavill put in our chat, I think it's the which conference is that they still maintain the 8, but the first 2 teams get a bye. The top 2 teams get a bye. And the 7 and the 8 seeds play in a single elimination as a result of that. I don't know how many teams are going to be in favor of that when they're the 7 and 8, especially when you see the run that UAPB got on this particular year as an 8 seed. I don't think that was going to get past the coaches right there, doing that in a single elimination scenario.
So I look at it totally different. I kind of had Doc going through it down that rabbit hole because I watch other tournaments also, and I agree that pitching would struggle. So I'm not in favor of expanding the tournament, but I am in favor of doing single elimination during the tournament up until the championships round. If you're gonna keep the same format and doing the best 2 out of 3, then to me it's backwards. And here's why. I want to explain. It ain't just me rooting one way or the other. It's actually some metrics behind it. So I am of the opinion as a former administrator that you must reward the regular season. It has to mean more. It has to mean something. So what I've seen other conferences do is what Drew kind of talked about, where the top 2 seeds have a bye, essentially. I think in the ACC, they have a double bye. And I just think in this case, it still probably wouldn't have mattered because in your case, in what you just said, Pamela beat Bethune twice. So if you're hot anyway. But I just think in a one big league, you want to give your regular season champs an advantage for being your regular season champ. And the way we do it right now doesn't really give a true advantage.
And one thing, Kelvin, and you said that in a one bid league, some of those scenarios that we've looked at and were, because those are multiple bid conferences. If your regular season champion loses in the semifinals, so what? They go into the tournament anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, they can afford to play with all different kinds of formats.
Mm-hmm.
With us, one bid league, and there is no right, but, Alabama State was the hottest team right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's reward Alabama State with that. I understand your argument, but how do you do this? And hell, we can't even sell this to the fans right now. How the hell we gonna sell your new format to the fans? Because they still gonna find something to bitch about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You ain't doing it to satisfy the fans. You're doing it because
who has to show up to the tournament to support their teams?
I mean, outside of the parents, man, and a few diehards, that's all who's showing up, man. So let's call a spade a spade. Also, I like what somebody suggested. I have no problem with the Major League Baseball park and all that. I understand what Birmingham is, but I personally like what I think it was EA who put that out there. You need a facility that has multiple fields, so if there are rain delays, you can get multiple games going at the same time.
Can I take that for 300, Alex? You name me outside of going to a minor league, to a spring training facility like in Vero Beach or somewhere down there. You name me where you're going to have multiple 60, 90 fields, and that's what they call 60 feet on pitching mound, 90 feet on the bases with 400-foot fences outside of going down to spring training facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Name me a city. I'm waiting.
Disney World, Wide World got plenty of
spring training facilities.
Gotta come to Florida.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Outside of going to somebody's spring training, or you gonna fly to Arizona.
Mm-hmm. Right,
but that's really the only place that you could do something like that, Kelvin. No, we have to do, first of all, we got to be smarter with our schedule. There's no way in hell that you're gonna schedule a baseball game at 9 o'clock and then expect the next game to start at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
let's be real.
Absolutely,
it has to be 12:30. You have to go 3:30 on these game times. Let's stop fooling ourselves. Number one.
Which is why I like to buy Ideal in the earlier rounds so that you don't have as many games to get in.
Yeah, I mean, 4 games one day is tough.
It's tough.
I just came off of working the SIAC baseball tournament, and we had not 1, not 2, but 3 days. We finished after midnight, including 2 of them at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez.
Yes. So, it unfortunately, and then I'll talk about this 3.5 hours. Here, we talk about black college baseball. Nothing personal. It's not like we play a bad product, but with all the stealing and throwing over and the pitching changes and everything else we do, every time they throw over there to the first base, that's time. That's it's not like we do a walk, get a hit, and wait on a 3-run home run. Hell no, we bunting, we stealing, we throwing over, we playing cool Papa Bell and doing everything else, trying to dance and get runs across. That's just the style that we play. The style that we play is not conducive for trying to get games in a 3-hour time window. I'm sorry.
That's a losing battle. We got to figure that out. I agree.
Yes.
Drew, let me close it up here very quickly here. Final thought in the expansion era here, 5 years. Coach Shoop has taken FAMU to the championship 3 times, won a title. Where do you rank FAMU baseball in the SWAC over the past 5 years compared to the other 11 programs?
Man, we just talked about this on Dr. Cavill yesterday.
That's why I wanted you very quick, because we gotta some break.
Hold up, I'm gonna say this before I answer that. For all our baseball fans, let's remember something. Since Coach Shoop has been the head coach at FAMU, we've won a title once every 4 years, like clockwork. Guess what, y'all? We was a year ahead of schedule this year, being in the championship game. So relax. Now, if you don't win it next year, then we can bitch about it. So just keep that in mind, everybody. 15, 19, 23. We not due to 27, y'all. We not due until 27. So keep that in mind. But you got FAMU, 3 championship appearances, 1 title, only one division championship in that time span. Outside that division championship, I don't think we finished higher than 3rd. On any of the other years. I'm going off memory. We may have gotten a second in there.
We tied. Yeah, we lost the head-to-head last year to Bethune.
Yeah,
but we had the same record.
Okay, yeah. But Bethune-Cookman, they've got 3 conference / division titles in that time span. One tournament championship. Yeah. And they've never finished lower than 2nd since joining the SWAC. Alabama State, while I think they only won the regular season 1 time. Their regular seasons have been mediocre, but they've got 2 titles. So it's a tough debate. It's all going to depend on what your preference is. Obviously, I'm on this show. I'm gonna say FAMU is a team of this decade. You might get me behind closed doors and put a gun to my head. I might say something else. It really depends on how I feel that day and what do I value more on that particular day. Regular season titles, conference titles, championship tournament appearances. We splitting hairs right here. How the kids do it?
Yeah, basically.
Amen, Edwin.
All right.
You preaching to the choir with that too.
What do you say right here?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, no.
I'll take relevancy any day.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's been a good first half of the decade. I will say that. This 5 years has been a good run. And we've been in the hunt. We've had our opportunities and we've won one. We've tasted, we're as a Braves fan, which I think at least three of us are, we know what it's like. As Braves fans, we know. And
how many championships did they win during that long run?
But I will take always being in the hunt over never having a shot.
Amen.
I will take being there, and I will take heartbreak in October over season.
Man, y'all better come on over to the Cardinals
at the end of September. I will
come on over to the Cardinals. We win championships.
Oh, see,
when the last time y'all won one?
Thank you. See, we all can't be that.
You living on your history.
20, yeah, but I hear she's second best only to the Yankees.
Oh,
yeah. We got the more recent championship though.
At BCSN Drew is where you can find Drew. Drew will be with me. He'll probably be on the Sports Lab tomorrow with Doc, adjunct professor.
I am going to follow our SWAC representative in the Alabama, in the Tuscaloosa regional. So make sure you look out for Black College Nines. We all pushing for the SWAC representative now. I love FAMU, but we all got to get behind the SWAC representative.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
All right. Sounds good. I don't have a problem rooting for Alabama State. They're a team in the old East that I can get behind. Some schools I ain't gonna front. It's like people say, "Oh, can you root for the Knicks?" No, hell no. Can't root for the Knicks. There's some schools I can't root for the Patriots. And then there's that school in Jack. I just can't root for them. I don't care whether we conference mates or not. I just, that's just me. Just me. Anyway, all right. Appreciate your time, Drew. As always, at BCSN Drew is where you can find him.
Have a night, everybody.
So,
all right, thanks, Drew.
We're going to take a quick break, come back. Tony Austin, HBCU Track and Field, is going to update us on the NCAA regionals and also kind of recap the outstanding year that FAMU Track and Field has had. You're watching the ONG StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back after this very short break.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU image, a Kenny T's company.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
All right, welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone alongside Marcus Green and Kelvin Rozier. I'm Bryan Fulford, and joining us now, the architect of HBCU Track and Field, none other than TA. Look at TA, you putting titles out there now. How you doing, brother? Good to see you again.
Hey, I'm great, brother. Glad to be on here with you gentlemen again.
All right. Again, HBCU Track _field on social media, or HBCU Track and Field.wordpress.com is the site. Before we get into talking about the Rattlers and just HBCUs, really, Kelvin made a great point about how well HBCUs are represented in the NCAA regionals. Let's go back to the SWAC. Let's go back to the SWAC outdoor, because I think when we talked, was it coming out of the indoors when we last talked, Tony? It was after
we were going into the indoor championship.
Okay, going into the indoor championship.
Which
okay,
I guess
so
you all's beloved Lady Rattlers won that title.
Okay. Look, so we're gonna brag on these ladies because let me see, outdoor title, indoor title, outdoor title. That's like three, and we finished second in indoor last year. So, I mean, this is a heck of a run right now over 2 years.
If you go back three, I think we won across country. The first time it was in Tallahassee.
Yeah. So when you look at this season, and if you want to go back even further, TA, what's been your thought about how Coach Ellenwood has built and recruited this program? What's your take?
Man, he is building a dynasty. Okay, not only in the SWAC, but in that Southeast region, the East region in general. The fact that he brought in the young lady freshman Kitchen from Georgia, Janara Kitchen, and also got the young lady Gaines out of the transfer portal. Okay, and
JUCO.
Man, when you making moves like that and then coaching up that talent, man, it's a dangerous world out there.
We've had the fastest woman in the SWAC. Last year, of course, it was Nia Blocker. She won the two fastest events, the 600, the 60 and the 2 in the indoor. Then she won the 1 and the 2 in the outdoor. She got hurt, so she hasn't been on the track this year. And then, what was it? DeAndre Gaines yes. Has become – is passed the baton. Like I hold that baton in Tallahassee while you on injured reserve, and she's the fastest one. I mean, maybe have you seen anything like that before, TA? I mean, not in
SWAC history. No, not in SWAC history. Never. Never have. So that's why I said Coach Ellenwood, he's on to something special. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. I give Coach Richie Bean, all the credit, man. This man has won championships for, close to 2 decades, off and on, and that brother, he is class personified, so he knows what a winner is. But speed to this level, setting, basically all time, SWAC marks per se, man, that's something else. Okay, that's something else.
Go ahead, Kelvin.
Well, I want to jump into just the HBCU performances, and let's start with the SWAC, in the East regionals and where people qualified, and I'm looking at like today, FAMU hurdlers men.
Yes,
where you had one finish 6th overall, and the other one finished 13th overall.
Well,
now, my question is this. I mean, this is the first round. Yeah. So my question is, how out of the first round, how many go to the quarterfinals?
Out of the first round, 24 go to the quarterfinals.
Okay.
Then it's all about making that 12. Okay,
right.
The 12 go to the nationals, which another 12 is taken from the West region, and then the top 16 end up making All-American. Places
there you go.
Places 9 through 16 make second team. Places 1 through 8 make first team.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So name some names. I know the young lady from Southern, the hurdler.
Oh yeah, yes.
Name some names that you think have finished All-Americans out of HBCUs and what they run.
Well, first and foremost, the young lady from Howard, Yanari Lyons, in the 200 meters.
Right.
She's ranked around 2 or 3. Last I checked. So expect for her to place high. Okay. Also, got to give credit to brother Justin Walker from Alabama A&M. He's the first HBCU qualifier this year to make it to nationals. Okay, in the long jump. All right. Okay. Now, the brothers from A&T, the hurdlers. Okay. Unfortunately, one of them had a false start today, so he's out. Jason Holmes. I'm sorry. Jason Holmes. But the other gentleman, he's still in the running, and he has one of the faster times in the country. Okay, all right. And if I'm not mistaken, that young man, his name is Isaiah Taylor. Okay, all right. So, no, I'm sorry, Isaiah Taylor. I think had the false start, but he came back and qualified in the 400 hurdles with his brother. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. But Jason Holmes, that's the young man who should make it to the finals at nationals. Now, I'm banking on DeRozier to make it as well. It's just, depending on what kind of day he's gonna have. Okay. Or the days he's gonna have between now and then. All right. But I do expect for him to be in that top 12 to head to Eugene, Oregon.
Right. Okay. What about on the women's side?
I'm sorry. On the women's side, you did say that. Okay, so you have a young lady, Spirit Morgan, who's a high jumper from North Carolina A&T. She stands a good chance at possibly making All-American, and with the 4x100 relay teams, this will be the first time. This upcoming Saturday will be the first time that Howard and FAMU actually get to race.
Woo!
I can see. And last time, man, the young lady from FAMU had a false start. The last time they supposed to race, I don't know if it was Penn relays or Florida relays, but anyway, she had a false start, man. They didn't get a chance, to race. But anyway, those are the top 2 HBCUs. I do expect both of those teams, as long as they got good stick work, to squeeze in that 12, okay. And make it to nationals. Yes. Okay. Now, I'll be honest with you. The young lady sprinters that we have, of course. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be remiss. The young lady Adams, Tayana Adams from FAMU, the hurdler. Expect for her to make it to nationals.
Women's 100 hurdles, right?
Women's 100 hurdles, yes. Okay. Expect for her to make it national. And Sanaya Billups, I'm sorry, from Howard in the 400 meter hurdles. Okay. So expect for them to make it to nationals and possibly contend for All-American spots.
Okay.
Yeah. Now those sprinters, they just got to be on it. They can make it. You know what I'm saying? They have those fast times, but that's one of the things where today is the wrong day to have a bad start.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So both the young lady Gaines and also Kitchen.
Okay.
And Lions from Howard.
Okay.
So this is I was just while TA was talking, I was just looking at the some of the results because I know they're getting close to the end for today. We already have in the men's 110 meter hurdles, Joseph DeRosier and Leonard Mastari already qualified for the quarters.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
FAMU
from FAMU. Yes. DeRosier was had the 6th best time. Mastari, I think you said it was the 13th.
13th, I think.
Yeah. Then you also had in the field events, the men's long jump was already went today, and from FAMU you had Josiah Gaynor.
Gaynor barely missed it.
I was going to say he finished 18th overall.
But they were all close, and he just barely missed it.
Right. And then the one that just happened, I'm seeing its final now, the 400 men's hurdles from FAMU, Tyon Reed. Now, what's interesting, I don't know, there's a couple of people who he finished 26th, but there must have been something that happened with a couple of people in front of him because he's listed as qualified, even though he finished 26th overall.
Well,
a protest, right?
It depends on where you place in your heat as well. So he may have possibly won his heat. The winner of each heat automatically makes it, or like the top 2 finishers of each heat, and like the
he finished second. He finished. It looks like he finished second in his heat.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's how that happens.
Yeah. So and so that's the men's, and let me see. I didn't. The only other men is Pompey in the high jump, and they don't do the high jump today.
Yeah, they do the high jump on Friday. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I like that dynamic, and I guess COVID. One positive thing about the pandemic was that it allowed more track coverage because they don't have all the men and women condensed on the same days.
Right.
Okay. Now they spaced it out, and that started during the pandemic. So men compete on one day, women compete on the next day, etc. And hey, it's been working just fine because it allows someone like a Coach Ellen Wood or some of those track and field directors that play those dual roles to be able to focus in one area on one day and then another area on another day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As far as genders.
I agree.
Marcus, I'm gonna read these other names for you, and then it's all yours, Marcus. On the women's side, competing in the 100 meter hurdles, we got Kirsten Clark, DeAndre Gaines, and Janari Kenshin, all in the women's 100. In the women's 200, you got DeAndre Gaines. Howard has 4. I'm just looking. Howard has 4 young ladies competing in the 200. Wow.
Deep.
Jeez.
They tore that MEAC up. Mm-hmm. Y'all's old conference.
Yeah, exactly. Then let's see. In the 100 meter hurdles, Tiana Adams, who you mentioned from FAMU,
friend of the show,
is competing in that. Then you have the women's 400 meter hurdles where Caitlin Smith, just she's been a champion consecutive years, quietly just gets it done. A lot of people, because I don't think she runs maybe a couple of events, but she just wins. I mean, so
did y'all see the way she won that SWAC title this year? How she mustered that strength at the end?
Yeah.
I mean,
part of a champion.
Yeah, and then ran a good leg on that mile relay, on that SWAC winning mile relay.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm. Then the let's see, Ariana Ladson is in the women's long jump.
Long jump, yes.
Which is like one of her events. She's won a couple of SWAC titles in. Just a true sophomore. And then that amazing 4x100 relay that you were speaking about features Janari Kenshin, DeAndre Gaines, Ariana Ladson, and Kirsten Clark.
And I think Adams is one of like the alternates, someone who can run, can possibly run.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. All right. So I just wanted to throw those names out there because we hadn't had a chance to shout them out. Go ahead, Marcus.
Hey, T, I wanted to ask, across the different HBCU representation that's going to regionals, and I don't know to what degree you followed all of their careers, how many of them are homegrown talent, if you will, or what's the breakdown roughly between homegrown talent and transfers? Because we're seeing this, I guess, resurgent of competitiveness and talent and making it to the NCAAs. And I'm just curious, is it speaking to, I know it's speaking to the coaching ability, but are we finding hidden gems, or are we getting recruits from other schools or JUCOs?
Oh, definitely finding hidden gems. I have to not. In addition to Coach Ellenwood, I have to give Coach Allen Johnson his credit up at North Carolina A&T, because, man, they are becoming, they're basically Hurdle U amongst the HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
So just off his reputation alone, and his assistant coach, Coach Terrence Trammell, they're going to get those hurdlers. They're going to make sure that they're very proficient. Okay, so a lot of times they may get their transfers, but most of their talent is homegrown. Let me let you in on a secret. Most sophomores and under are homegrown talent. All right. But the young brother that surprised us from Alcorn this year to win the SWAC fastest man contest per se.
Mm-hmm.
He's a homegrown. He's a junior. Okay. A guy that was kind of under the radar. Derek Williams is his name, and ended up being completing the SWAC double, I should say, in both the 100 and 200 meters. All right. So most of the talent in HBCU, most of it, especially, again, sophomores.
Yeah.
They've been homegrown talent. I'll say, because these coaches, they're finding those diamonds in the roughs. Because a lot of times, a lot of these big schools, just like in football and basketball, they're hitting that transfer portal. But a lot of our HBCU coaches, that's where they come into play. Yes, they use the portal as well, but at the same time, their efforts cannot go overlooked because they are coaching up that talent.
Yes.
They're coaching it up. Okay. Like that young lady Gaines, even though she came out of the transfer portal, look where she's at now.
Yeah.
Under Coach
Personal best. Yeah.
So, great question. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me ask, because it's kind of somebody put it in the chat room, and we just look at the SWAC in general. You saw this year, a program that hadn't won a SWAC title since the 90s, since 1990, win the men's SWAC title.
Yes.
And I guess they had some recent upgrades. I don't know whether it was facilities or something else in their training, but when you look at what Coach Ellenwood has done with the men's program, I thought this was the most competitive men's team he's had since he's been at FAMU. How close or how far away do you think FAMU's men are to being on that level with the women's program?
You know what? I compare that to years ago when LSU women used to dominate the Division I circuit. Mm-hmm. That happened for X amount of years until the coach, the head coach at that time, started using that to be able to recruit more guys as far as having that winning flavor per se. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think the more success we see with these young ladies, and then just, of course, the FAMU brand in general, I think that's going to influence Coach Ellenwood to hopefully be able to get more talent on the men's side, moving forward. I mean, like I said, they had the few hiccups. The young man, the mile and a half miler fell down or whatever.
Yep.
That kind of messed up some points and things of that nature.
And then we had 100. We had a guy on 100 do this false start too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was the anchor leg on that 4x1. And you see they ran the 4x1 for the first time the whole season.
Yeah.
And came out and smoked everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
again, it's right around the corner. We just have to see what Coach Ellen Wood's going to do when he goes back to the drawing board. But I think it's going to happen within another 2 years. I think you'll see them competing for a title, actually in the running for a title.
Yeah.
And a little later when we do the recruiting, I have the updates on signees. And actually one of our commitments, I don't know if he signed yet, but he just got the IMG Academy Track Athlete of the Year. I guess they have their own little internal thing.
Okay.
So yeah, IMG Academy has I guess they have a track program. He transferred from Rochester, New York. I think his name is Roan Calder.
Oh, okay.
And he was awarded, and they just had a award ceremony. It's like their own little thing. And he won.
And you know what? That's where Coach Ellenwood is from.
Rochester?
Yeah, he's from Rochester.
Wait a minute. You said Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he also got another signee in the fall from that area. So I was wondering what was going on.
Okay. There you go.
Now y'all do know we just had the Texas High School State Track meet last weekend, and them young ladies from Lancaster, boy, Lancaster right outside of Dallas, they tore it up. They set the national record. They broke their own national record this year in the 4x1.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. That's a 4x100 team, right?
Huh?
That's a 4x1.
Yes, 4x1. Yeah. And they won 4x2 as well. So yeah. And then
what age or what classification are they?
6A.
No, I mean the young ladies.
What grade?
What grade?
I'm sorry. Most of those young ladies are underclassmen, like sophomores and juniors, to the best of my understanding.
Yeah, they're young. Yeah.
Would you see, and I don't know, TA, what's the likelihood that somebody is trying to recruit when you're that good? Is somebody looking to recruit all four of them like you're a package? I mean, do you think that those athletes think like that, or are they kind of individuals looking at their own interest, or is somebody probably recruiting them as a group?
Now, I see as a doubt. I see as a doubt they're trying to recruit them as a group because number one, you still have to perform individually, and you can always find someone else faster, than someone in that group per se. Than at least one or two people in that group, right? So, and then some people are just natural relay runners, and other people are natural individual sprinters. So,
okay, and that's interesting. I know. I was kind of thinking about it as another sport. There's a sport, basketball, where sometimes people think that you got a group of kids that are winning and being successful, and then all of a sudden you want to try to bring all 4 or 5 or bring the majority of them to your program, thinking that might that level of success will kind of replicate, but it doesn't sound like it works that way.
Now I've seen 2 people, maybe at the most 3, but never a whole relay team go to the same school together.
Okay. While we're talking about national high school story events, I'm sure you're up on the thing that happened in North Carolina with Mallard Creek High School. What was your take? I've seen different videos and pictures come out after the fact, which lead me to believe that thing is, BS. But what's your take on what happened and just the result, and how do you think it may end?
Well, I know I've seen unfortunate things like that happen over the years, even here in Texas. Me personally, I think that was a bit much to disqualify the young man. I mean, he wasn't taunting his opponents. Okay, that's something totally different. And of course, I've read different pieces here and there where supposedly he was warned beforehand, but of course his coach came out and I guess rejected that fallacy per se. So anyway, I think sometimes as official, and you talk to someone who officiated football and basketball and softball, for a number of years in the past, and I think you have some people that just, I don't know if I want to be careful to say that they have it out for a kid. I don't want to say that they have it out for a kid, but I just think they do too much. Okay. as far as trying to show that they're disciplining them and they're in charge, that type of persona. But I thought it was a travesty that disqualification cost that high school
team a title. It cost the team a title, right?
Cost the team a title, yes. Mm-hmm. So again,
defending their title.
Defending their title, right.
Mm-hmm.
They won it the year before.
What do you? Runners too.
I don't know. In the circles that you're in and people you talk to, I mean, does it sound like they have a legit appeal? I don't know how the rules in North Carolina vary or differ from where you're at in Texas, but I know that's a very proud track and field state. So I know there's a lot of people probably in the state talking about it.
Yeah.
If you had to make a prediction, how do you think that appeal will go?
Yeah. I don't know how the rules in North Carolina work, because I know in Texas, once they make that decision, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's every high school athletic association I know.
Right. But hopefully in North Carolina, if there is an appeal process still going on, I can only hope that that it finishes in their favor. So
So Kelvin, you don't think they'll overturn it? Is that what you're insinuating?
No. Athletic associations, high school athletic associations, they go to the grave with even if it's a bad decision. Yeah. The closest thing I've seen recently, historically, with high school athletic association kind of giving some relief was last year East Gaston. They had made all those players ineligible because they were coming from other states, and they felt like they were skirting the rule in terms of the homeschool kids and everything, and they reversed about 5 of those kids because they were seniors, so that they still missed a couple of games, but they had made them ineligible for the whole season, I think, initially, and but they did make them. They were able to play like 6 games, but the coach still had to sit out the whole season, and he ended up leaving and going to a different state. And they still had the fines that they had to pay, which was ridiculous. And so, I don't see the athletic association changing. Once they make a decision, they kind of make a decision. They stick with it.
Be interesting to see where that story goes. All right, TA, let people know where they can find you, where they can follow, and I know you'll be covering all of the who's over in the West. Is the West?
It's looking dicey this year. I mean, shout out to Texas Southern. They're the lone representative in HBCU track and field over in the West. So, and Joshua Brown did qualify to the next round, 100 meters, and the two triple jumpers will be jumping on Friday. Okay, Ahmad Muhammad and Braylon Carr.
Which I know I counted FAMU with 11 athletes. Which HBCUs had the most athletes competing in the NCAAs this weekend? Did you track anything like that, or just off? Oh, well, I think I know it's close. It was close between A&T and FAMU as far as who had the most. I didn't get an exact number per se, but they run it, and then Howard, of course, is
right.
Howard's up there as well. Okay, so between FAMU, Howard, and A&T, probably had the most.
Yeah, but I'll say this: Pine Bluff and PV, they'll be back next year to represent the West. They'll be back next year.
Okay, there you go. All right. Make sure you follow HBCU track _ on Twitter, or X, if you like to call it that these days. Or you can go to hbcutrackandfield.wordpress.com to read all the updates. Again, TA does a great job of updating. So if you guys want to follow along on Twitter, I mean, it is a great follow on Twitter, one of the best follows on Twitter, in my opinion, because you always unearth some interesting. Oh, that reminds me. What was the nugget that you threw out about FAMU's track? I don't know if it was it was a nugget that something had never happened in the SWAC before about
Yes.
what you did.
Okay. All right. For the first time ever in SWAC history, FAMU had 4 sprinters run all win legal times under 11.40. And for the first time ever, they had 2 sprinters run 11.15 in the same outdoor season, and 3 sprinters run under 11.35. Okay?
In the history of the SWAC.
In the history of the SWAC, yes.
The conference has been around for 100 some odd years. Wow.
Yes. So again, that's why I'm predicting that 4x1 to squeeze in there. Okay. With good stick work. As long as they have great stick work, I'm predicting them to squeeze in there.
Man, let me look at what is the I'm looking at the schedule here. What time is that 4x1 for the women? Is that a Saturday event?
Yeah, that's on Saturday. I think I want to say at 5 p.m. you all's time.
Yes, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Okay, so Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and it's just a quarterfinal. So it's just the top.
Well,
so basically, you're racing against the clock.
That's what they call it. I mean, technically, you still going to nationals. The first round in nationals is considered the semifinals and then the finals. So that's the way they're trying to term it nowadays. I don't know why they're calling it that, but that's what that is.
So it's how many? So let's see. There's 3 heats.
12 go.
Okay, so the top 12 go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Man, I'm not, right now they got us running right next to Florida State in heat number 1. Okay, that'll be fun.
Beat them.
That'll be fun to watch. And LSU. Oh hell. They got us in the heat. Okay, so in that, listen to this heat. Look at this heat. Michigan, East Carolina, FAMU, Florida State, LSU, Florida, Howard, Georgia Southern.
And FAMU got that inside. They got that inside view on all of them, so they can feed off all of them.
And don't forget, Bryan, to that point now, when we ran against some of those schools, including South Carolina, maybe not necessarily in the 4x. I can't remember if we ran the 4x1 at the Florida Relays or not, but I know we ran against them in the sprints at the Florida Relays. Those a lot of those same schools, so they know we got some horses too.
All right, and so the top 12 out of those 30. Let's see, 9 times 3, that's what 27. And you said the top. How many go on to the next round?
Top 12.
12.
Top 12. All right. Great question, Steve. Where you can watch. So ESPN Plus seems to be like I was able to watch some of the track meets, the events today on ESPN Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're doing anything on the web, but obviously ESPN Plus is web based. So I think that's where you can catch all the action. So anybody that wants to go watch, you can watch on ESPN Plus. Hopefully you've got a subscription or a cable provider that'll let you do it, or somebody's passcode, something.
And by the way, I forgot South Carolina State.
Okay.
They're watch for them this next year. South Carolina State on the men's side next year. On the men's side especially, they're going to be very dangerous, and that they're secretly becoming a very good jump school. Oh, and shout out to Voorhees as well for doing that thing in the jumps. Voorhees University in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. And that's on the Division 2.
That's NAIA.
Yeah. How did HBCUs do at the D2 or the NAIA level? Anybody make any noise?
At the D2 level, the young lady from Claflin, the Hurtler Covison Hill, she placed, I want to say, 5th, and then the NAIA, like I said, Voorhees and Dillard were the ones that kind of made some noise or whatever. Okay, and Voorhees triple jumper set the NAIA record, and he's the top triple jumper in HBCU track and field, and one of the top actually in the country in general, in collegiately.
T, I want to ask a quick question for you based on that. Now, we've seen it with football, especially with all this transfer portal stuff and a lot of the larger schools just skimming off the top and trading players. And we've seen at the HBCU level, at least in terms of football, looking at talent, either from the D2 level or NAIA, you see some cherry picking here and there. Do you expect that to translate over to track? Like where some of the Voorhees athletes or Dillard may end up at, via the transfer portal, or opportunities may end up at a SWAC school or a MEAC school? You know what, Marcus, we're in the NIL era. Money talks. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Mm-hmm. That's all I can say. But but what I'm finding though, some of these young athletes, they surprise me. They stand at their beloved HBCUs. Yeah. And we had a couple to do that. And passing up, extra income per se. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess what I'm asking is, so like I said, you just never know in this day and age, NIL. Mm-hmm. But guess what I'm asking is, like, say, if the young man from Voorhees or whomever from Voorhees or from Dillard, if was like, hey, what's up? And do you see any of that kind of movement? Not necessarily the larger schools like an Arkansas or LSU or someone, or Tennessee or someplace like that, but like a FAMU, or looking at NAIA or D2 to bring that talent up, because all the other schools are looking at trying to grab someone from another Power 4 school. I mean, it does happen, but you have a situation at Voorhees where Coach Hughes, man, they have a phenomenal program with the horizontal jumps. So, it's going to be on the young man to say, hey, if I go to FAMU, if I go to Bethune, if I go to PV, am I still going to get this same type of coaching? Right. To put me in a position to, continue to do better. Yep. Get those distances where I can hopefully become world class one day. Okay.
Yeah, coaches in track and field, individual sports, the coaching relationship matters a little more than those other sports. Yes. And those kids tend to be a little bit more loyal to coaches who got them performing at a high peak. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Man, great job, Kelvin, man. Great point. Great point. I'm telling you, it matters. It matters. Yeah.
All right. TA, again, any other shout outs, any other info you want to share with the people? Again, want to remind you, check him out on the social media handles, HBCU Track _field on Twitter, and then HBCUtrackandfield.wordpress.com is the website. Any other plugs you want to give, TA?
Just continue to follow for the updates and watch our HBCU youngsters, man. Watch them compete hard. I heard y'all talking about baseball earlier. Hey, let's continue to keep those eyeballs on the screen, man, to cheer these youngsters on, because trust me, they feel the energy. All right. Yeah. They feel the positive energy.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate all the work you do. Always enjoy following.
Absolutely.
And a great follow on Twitter. If you guys aren't following, you guys are missing out, especially this time of year when we got tournaments and meets going on like this. It's a great follow. So I encourage you to make sure you're fine and follow TA. And then when you go follow him, let him know you appreciate him coming on the show and all of his analysis and great work. And TA, we look forward to talking to you again soon, brother. All right.
All right. You gentlemen be easy now. Peace.
All right. You too.
Peace out. Good stuff. Good stuff with TA. Good stuff. Let's take a short break. Come right back. Get into some recruiting talk. Marcus has got the slides ready, I think. Also, we know the time. We know the kickoff time for the first game of the year. I didn't get a call from Kendra, so I'm gonna be a little upset about that for about a minute. But we know what time the game is going to be. We'll if, in case you didn't know, we'll let you know on the other side of the break. It's called a tease, gentlemen. So hang tight with us. You're watching the O&G Strike Zone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
And we have to fund our kids in these colleges, and we have to make sure our kids have seats in these colleges.
And what about HBCUs? You mentioned.
Absolutely. You got to fund them all, and you got to make sure they're properly funded. You know, the real reason why I went after Comcast and Charter, it didn't have anything to do with my cable networks. It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCUs. And Comcast did not accept it. And that would have made a lot of money for these black colleges.
Absolutely.
And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. And when they didn't do that, that's when I came off the bench and said, okay, I'm going to light you up like a Christmas tree. Okay? That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I don't own. I just knew.
Why didn't you buy it?
I just knew. I just knew that these black.
I like that talk.
Right? I knew that these black colleges were going to benefit, and these black kids were going to get the education that they deserved and not have to pay.
There's a shot.
That might be. It could be.
Right field. Grand slam. What a shot. That's how you get hot, young fella.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, and all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
All right. Welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone alongside Kelvin, Rozier, and Marcus Green. Bryan Fulford here. Let me see. Who is he talking about?
About you.
Talking about you.
There's no earrings in the night.
He's instigating. He's back to instigating.
Go away. You know, as I mentioned before we went to the break, we finally know the start time. You know, when we had Miss Kendra Bullock on the show a few weeks back, she told us that despite some of the internet speculation that the start of the OBC game was not going to be 6 p.m. So we knew that. We just hadn't gotten the official word. Well, as of this afternoon or evening, the Orange Blossom Classic released the start time, probably in conjunction with ESPN releasing some information as well. But the start time of the game will actually be 3 p.m.
Ooh.
So it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. Marcus, why you say that? Ooh.
Sounds like it's going to be hot.
Mark, when has that game not been hot? Like, you know, it's just going. But we're the home team, so we're on the shaded side. Yeah. We're the shaded side this year. So that's the one thing you can look forward to. So again, the game is Sunday, and it's a 3 p.m. kickoff, which is good. And that's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, I think that time slot is the second best time slot we could have had out of possible. Of course, the night one. But I told you when Kendra was on the show that I had already peeked and saw that ESPN ABC had a FBS matchup scheduled for 7:00 on Sunday. So that's why I hypothesized that we probably was going to be the 3:00 game.
Yeah,
but it's still enough after church where those folks who want to, get their praise on and do that and still make it to the game.
Exactly. We want to encourage you to come out to Fan Fest. We'll get some more information talking about the Fan Fest event. Just in case you're not one of the folks going to church, you can come. You can come hang out. You come hang out with us. We're gonna do church in the morning. We'll be there at 8:00 service on somebody's internet.
Yeah, we're gonna do church at live, right? We're gonna have our own service.
Hey, don't get me out there, man. Blaspheming. Whoa, slow down there, kid. What EA said that what is this? Oh, stop it. Hydrate up. That'll be our advisory all week to Rattler Nation. You won't drop if you hydrate. Hydrate, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least that's what I believe. But anyway, so in conjunction with this announcement, kind of came right along the lines of ESPN releasing the schedule for a bunch of football games, including a lot of SWAC games. So they did make the announcement of the games that'll be appearing. Those are SWAC-related games. Now, remember that week, quote-unquote, week 0 game is no longer just featuring the MEAC SWAC Challenge this year, which you can see is there on Saturday, because right alongside of it, so that's now what's interesting, guys, is there's no game times, really. So look at what you see there. You see the Birmingham Classic between Southern and Alabama State on Saturday, possibly in the afternoon, maybe 4, 5 o'clock. Who knows? We know that the MEAC SWAC Challenge featuring Alabama A&M and Howard will probably be a 7 or a 7:30 game.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, ESPN2. What time would you hypothesize the Texas Southern at Prairie View game being played?
That's the same Sunday that we play, right?
Huh?
That's the same Sunday we play.
Exactly.
So I would hypothesize that it's what platform is that?
ESPN2. Our game is on ESPN.
Huh. 6:30.
That's interesting. The Labor Day Classic.
They may be the afternoon game.
Edwin seems to think of 6 p.m. I don't know if this is fact or
because as I told you, the FBS matchup is at 7
over on ESPN.
Yeah, the main channel.
Okay, so you see that our game against South Carolina State is on ESPN against South Carolina State. That's a 3 o'clock. Edwin says they always play the Labor Day Classic at 6 p.m. Okay, always. That's 5. Is that 6 p.m. Central Time, or is that 6 p.m. Eastern?
Probably Central.
Okay.
Typically.
All right. Other games that are interesting to note through the ESPN SWAC broadcast, you see that game on October 17th where the Rattlers travel to Mississippi.
Jackson, yeah.
No time given. I'm anticipating a 3 or 4 o'clock local time. 3 o'clock local time. Now I know there was some talk.
What,
about
Alabama State, the homecoming game?
No. That game in the middle, October 17th, when we travel to Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, they homecoming game.
Is it their homecoming?
Yeah, it's their homecoming.
No, it's not. Are you serious?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
That's the homecoming season.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's there.
Are we there? We're their homecoming opponent?
Yes.
Holy cow. Oh, that's glorious. Say no more. So that definitely means the game is going to be at 3:00 local time then.
More than likely.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
But it's their homecoming. That'll be beautiful. Yeah. I can't wait to go to that. I can't wait to go. Can't wait to see all my friends from Jackson, Mississippi. I look forward to seeing you all October 17th. Can't wait. See you all at what's the spot we went to when we went up there to Mississippi?
Oh man, yeah. That
was it Johnny T's? Is that the name of it? Man, y'all hit me up. Let me know if that's the name of it. Was it Johnny T's? I don't know, but that was a heck of a place.
It was. I'm definitely headed back.
Yeah. All right. Definitely. And then later in the season, you see the Florida Classic, November 21st. Will be on ESPN Plus. That's the digital platform. I saw in a few, I don't know which chat or which Facebook group this was, a lot of people confused about whether this game was going to be in Camping World Stadium this year. I don't know why.
Yeah, I hadn't heard nothing different.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, yes, there is construction that's going to be taking place, but that actually, I'm thinking back to the report that I read. Following the Florida Classic game is when they're going to start the construction. And that construction should last, it should be done in time for the what year are the Jaguars coming to Orlando? 27? It's supposed to be done in time for the Jaguars to come to so like and I've seen this happen before. Remember, they did the whole tear down after a Florida Classic and then had it ready for the next Florida Classic. So they've been able to turn around construction on that stadium renovations in about 10, 11 months. So whatever they're going to do in the upper decks and then closing off some areas and putting some other features in there, they'll be done in 10 months. After
the bowl season, what they typically do is run 3 shifts, right? They're gonna be working day and night.
Yeah. Tim thinks it's a downgrade. What's a downgrade? The Florida Classic being on
going from ESPN2 to ESPN Plus.
Really?
I don't like it when we was on ESPNU.
Yeah, me neither.
Because can't nobody get it.
Exactly.
So I'd rather be on Plus or 2 than you. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of look at all of it as if you're 9 times out of 10, so much is both are digital. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Does it really make a difference? Honestly,
it does, because there's certain packages of you.
Oh yeah, that part.
That ain't available to everybody. So when it's on you, it does matter. Or the other digital platforms, it does not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Now I'm interested. I agree, Tim. I'm right there with you, Tim. I think but what it is and what I'll do, what I think we can now do, now that we have the HBCU Go package and now that we have the ESPN package,
we can figure it out.
We can figure out the rest of the games are probably, 90% likely to be on SWAC TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to compile anything. I was trying to do that to line up to see which ones are already spoken for.
And so we have we have 3 games on ESPN's, 4 games on HBCU Goes.
Right.
So that puts the other
2 on SWAC TV. 2 or 3 on SWAC TV.
The rest of them should be SWAC TV,
Yeah.
except for well, you'll have the Miami game, which will probably be on the ACC network.
Yeah.
So there's that. So that's
but that wasn't shown.
No, it wasn't. I think this was because the ACC network is probably considered a separate entity.
So that was a SWAC. And because I saw there's tweets out now with Miami showing their TV schedule, but I didn't notice. I didn't catch. It is on the ACC network at 8:00 on Thursday.
Oof,
but I didn't check the graphic. But I knew it was ESPN, but I guess it was HBCU specific. But yeah, the Miami games,
so that's 8 of them. That's 8 games right there. That's 8, and then the other 3 will be all SWAC TV probably.
Oh, the 4. We got 12 games.
Well, no, I'm saying, but 4 we know will be on HBCU Go. 3 will be on ESPN. 1 will be on the ACC network. I'm saying that's 8 right there.
We got 4 games left.
I'm sorry, 4. Schedule. Thank you. Can't count. You're right.
And we're pretty sure Albany. I mean, that's going to be guaranteed. Albany State. That's going to be on either SWAC.
I thought that was HBCU Go. That was on HBCU Go, wasn't it?
See, that's why I need to make up that matrix.
Yeah. If you go back and look, I think the Albany State game is HBCU Go.
Let me check. I have.
We have three FAMU home games are on HBCU Go. 3 of the 6. So, yeah. And then that means the other 3 home games will probably be on SWAC TV. So.
Yeah, I had the HBCU Go schedule up.
B Stark says a lot of people, B Starks and Edwin, are saying ESPNU. Did I say that wrong? The Florida Classic game?
No. By the way,
the graphic was wrong.
HBCU Go is showing Tennessee State, the Pine Bluff game, and the Southern game, and the Alabama State game. Those are 4. Not the Albany State.
Oh, okay. So then that must be a SWAC TV. Okay, so maybe that's a SWAC TV game.
Yeah.
Okay. Should be exciting. Looking forward to hopefully being able to tell you guys something about the Rattler Football Network sometime. Hopefully. We'll see. Marcus, recruiting news. Are you going to share the graphics? Do I need to pull them?
Yeah, you can. I uploaded them. We've got 4 games. For HBCU Go, I'm seeing 4 games.
Well, you guys figure it out. I'm going to pull the graphics here.
Yeah, it's 4 games. It's the Alabama State game, the Tennessee State game, the Southern game, and the
Pine Bluff.
Yeah, Pine Bluff game. Homecoming. Yeah.
Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So who does that leave? That leaves Albany State, Valley, Alabama A&M.
Alabama A&M, right?
Mm-hmm. And one more. I can't think. So see, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Southern are our Western opponents. And who's our 3rd Western opponent?
Ooh, I'm being told that the
Alcorn State. We play up there.
Okay, so
I'm being told that Labor Day Classic game, that Texas Southern Prairie View, is actually a noon kickoff, which is 11 a.m. Central Time.
Ooh,
ouch!
Start complaining now.
Yeah.
Start complaining now, folks. Yikes.
Texas. Well, it's gonna be hot.
You want to? Yeah.
And
you want to be on a big brand. You want to be on a big brand network. Well, there you go.
Yeah, you have a national audience.
Yeah, you sure will. So start your complaining now, folks. I'm telling you. All right. Well, good stuff. Appreciate Drew telling me that. Yeah, Edwin, hot mess. Okay, Marcus, I got the stuff pulled up. You ready to roll?
Yep.
All right.
Everything is green. Just go to the ones that still have the green background.
Which sport are we starting with? You want to start with softball?
Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't think there's any new softball. So just look for
no new softball.
Look for the ones with the green background. And I didn't get a chance to watch last week's show.
New volleyball.
So I don't know if you guys covered basketball.
We went through, well, because we had Liv, so we went through the basketball.
Okay, the women's basketball.
Yeah, we talked on the men's too.
Okay. Yeah, and she gave a tip. She retweeted, and I saw it.
Track and field. Okay, here's the first track and field one that we have.
Karina Marcellus. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right. She committed last week. She's out of Flagler, Palm Coast. And as you can see, she won Track and Field Athlete of the Year from Daytona Beach News Journal. And she won gold for the triple jump and silver for 100-meter hurdles. And that's her in the orange. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying that because I don't know if that's her mom. They look like they're similar small, but her mom was kind of young. So I just want to make sure her mom looks young-ish as a compliment, not young. Like,
yeah, let's not speculate. Get in trouble. Welcome to the family, Karina.
Good job. Yep.
All right. And we got another track athlete. Now, this young lady, she had a host of schools. Let me take the chat off because look at these schools that she had on her list. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So she was
she had some
late commit. I can't remember. Someone sent it to me. I don't know if it came through. I can't recall. So
May 20th.
I think it was last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney Love out of Plant, Tampa. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't know if she sent it out.
And shot put. Interesting. That's a weird combination. High jumper and shot put.
And I mean, looking at her stature, I mean, I don't know if she normally looks like someone who would do the shot put. When you think typically of shot put folks.
So you got a host of schools there. I see Howard, mm-hmm. Hampton, both Alabama schools, A&T, North Florida, Colorado. Is that Arizona State in there? Man.
Yeah, UNF.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we see what coach is doing. He's gonna have his sprinters back next year. He's tight. He's trying to get some field points now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And actually, there's another young lady. I think her dad or someone in her family tweeted it, but I couldn't tell if she was an academic, like a conventional student athlete commitment, because it was right around, I guess, academic commitment day, or if she's running track. But she's from the Rochester area, which now makes sense. But she's in the Rochester area, and she ran track and basketball. But I didn't see anything that corroborated that she was actually going to compete in track as a collegiate athlete. So she's not on here. So she's not on this list until I get corroboration, but I have her posted in the pit just in case, so I can just copy it over.
There's somebody from the 813 says she's good. All right. Hey, look, if Coach G got her, we know she's good. That part is like she's minted. It's all good. We just trying to speculate on which sport, because it's just I don't see too many high jumpers that are also strong enough to throw a shot put. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that's pretty diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty diverse, definitely, indeed.
She might end up working her way into a heptathlon athlete.
Hey, that'd be good to have one of those.
Yeah,
we haven't had one. That'd be good to kind of get some points out of that category. As I said, Marcus, we talk basketball, but do you want to go through the basketball and offer some thoughts and opinions on that?
We can just go through real quick. I mean, there's Probably nothing I would add that you guys didn't talk about last week, but just as a quick review, Breasia Coit transferred from Livingstone, and she was like a double-double machine this past year. And she also was the Defensive Player of the Year in the CIAA and made first team. Rose Jameson, coming over from California, JUCO, and Bellarmine University in Louisville, Kentucky. And I've noticed that it seems like the size has gotten a little, and you guys probably covered it last week, but the guards that Coach Pressure is getting this year seem to have a lot more size.
Yeah.
So she's adding a lot more bulk and a lot more height. Persai, I'm assuming this is Persai Williams. Once again, kind of a tall
I like the way
guard.
you said it better than I said it last week.
I'm assuming that.
You know how we get fancy?
Yeah.
Persai. That's an awesome name. If that's how she says it, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. That's cool. If that's how it is, Persai. We need to reach out to Persai. That's awesome. That's a cool name, Persai.
So once again, another big guard transfer.
I'm sorry, distracted. Kelvin telling jokes.
Cameron Grant is a guard forward.
Aller.
Committed.
That's what Liv
So
said.
you can see some. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said Liv said she was a baller. So I
Which one?
Cameron Grant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, just look at the size of the guards that she's getting just from this recruiting class.
Yeah.
Everybody's like 5'9" and above. So we're getting some height, some athleticism.
Seven new. I sent you. I may have. I don't know if I copied it with you, Kelvin or Marcus, but I made a roster sheet. I basically took like the last year's roster, and then I added these 7 recruits, 7 of them, and so it's kind of interesting. So you can kind of see the girls from last year and the group from this year. All right, men's basketball.
Chandler Davis. Actually, I should have updated it because he actually signed. I didn't put the sign date. But
okay.
We got a lot of guards. Chandler Davis signed, I want to say like in early May. I'm not sure his exact date, but that graphic on the right, the one that's full, and it's not transparent, it's actually a commit graphic from the FAMU men's basketball Twitter account.
Liv said the guards can shoot it. That's what I remember. If nothing else, these 40% from the arc that stuck out in my head. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Joe Marquiza out of Prolific Prep, and apparently this is a prep school that was in California, and this is your first year relocating to Fort Lauderdale. I had never heard of them, but
they play in the they have been in that Chipotle National High School Tournament. That's kind of like end of the year kind of thing. I've heard of Prolific though.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty athletic big too.
Yeah.
He can run the floor.
Alex Montez, he's out of South Florida. He spent 1 year at I don't know how you pronounce that, Vincennes University in Indiana.
Oh, Vincennes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he played for St. Andrews down in Boca Raton. So
can shoot it. 40% shooter. Ridiculous. That's
important piece.
Yeah.
Well,
when you got what did Liv say? She was like, she's a 3-point shooter. She don't get impressed by too many other shooters, but when she was impressed. So I'm like, okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Told me everything I needed to know.
And I think the next one, this guy just committed today.
I was going to say, this is new. I didn't see this. Okay.
Yeah, Liv retweeted it, and I went and looked on Instagram and saw where he committed. So what's that, 4 guards? I lost track. Actually, 5, because I think the last, Kempson, Montez.
But you got to look at the size of the guards, though. Like, what's your name?
5'6", 6'3".
Chandler Davis. So that's 3 guards.
Center 6'9". Yeah.
recently signed, and then I know we
got to
got
get
the
some
commitment
wings.
from the high school guard.
They'll come. Remember, he's got 10 spots he's got to fill, right? So I mean, you got 10 spots. So I mean, right now this is 5. We got 5 so far. He's halfway there. We're halfway there.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, he just committed today, and he's coming from University of Albany and with JUCO from there. So he's from the Bronx, New York. So I'm also seeing like a New York pipeline with Coach Ward and his recruiting.
Yeah, I got to find out who that is. Is that Coach Ward or is that Coach Jared?
Yeah.
Because that's the second. Because right now, also on the team is who's the guard that's on the team also from New York? Baker.
Well, I think he's graduating.
No, Baker's coming back.
Okay. No, I mean, the other young man.
Yeah, you talking about the 3-point guy.
Gosh, can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you talking about a recruit? Are we talking about a recruit?
No, he's talking about the one we always said didn't play defense.
That was Kelvin saying that. Anyway,
but he made big shots though.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's gone, but there seems to be a New York connection.
Oh, that's right. He was from New York, wasn't he? I thought Baker was the one who was from New York.
No, he was from Rockaway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who, Baker's from Rockaway?
No, the guy we talking about.
How come we can't remember his name? Anyway, this is sad. But I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. So that's the basketball ones. And then I think the only other one is golf.
Yeah.
Sanders.
Came across.
Oh, yeah. Sanders. Thank you. Hollow. Sanders. Baker should be what? Ron Jab, stop it. Not going to happen.
And Alex Parker, he committed, I want to say the 24th. I think I saw this over the weekend. And so he's from the area. He's a local kid from Childs. And apparently he's been racking up some awards and accolades on the golf side. I'm still trying to keep a lookout, and I don't know if I was hearing things or not, but I thought I remember hearing Coach Nikki saying she's looking for one more player, and I thought Coach Gokhan way back when he interviewed said he's looking for one more, but I haven't seen anything come through yet. So I'll keep looking to see if something pops up.
Good stuff. I wanted to, and I didn't prepare a great graphics for this, where I'm going to lead you guys, if you don't mind, for a minute. But now that the SWAC season is over, the athletic season is over, and we'll spend a little more time talking about this maybe next week, kind of a year in review thing. But I did a little aggregating and collecting to kind of see, how was this athletic season for FAMU and where does it compare among other SWAC programs?
Ring me, please.
What'd you say?
Ring me, please.
Yeah.
Give me my rings.
If you go and take a peek at the SWAC Commissioner's Cup presented by Pepsi, overall, Florida A&M finished in 5th with 123 points. Now, I don't know that any of you recall where we have ranked in the last maybe year or two, because the last couple of years we put up last year we won 4 conference championships last year as well. I don't know where we ranked last year. So if anybody recalls where we were, I don't even know. Is there a history of the rankings in the
it is.
Is there?
Yeah, it is.
If you can look while I'm talking here, that'd be great to know. Is the 5th place finish 123 the best since we've been in the conference? I would say if it's not the best, it's probably very close to the best. But here are the 4 schools that are in front of us. And I'm going to tell you who they are because we're in 5th. So I'm going to count them down. And I want you to put this in your head, okay? Just store this away for a moment. Southern finished in 4th overall. And I'm giving overall, men and women combined. Okay? And overall, Southern finished with 133.5 points. In 3rd was Texas Southern. Finished with 138.5 points. Okay? In 2nd place, the program that I think had won this thing for maybe like 4 or 5 consecutive years or something, Alabama State, finished with 149 points. They had the best women's record. So among all women's sports programs, they had the top score, 92 points. In 1st place, with just 3 points better than Alabama State, was Jackson State with 152 points. They were the Commissioner's Cup champs. They had the 2nd best women's score, third best men's score. Remember what I just said, right? They finished 3 points ahead of Alabama State, 3rd best score among men, 2nd best among women. Okay. Now, let me bring that into maybe, we like to count championships around here, right? This year,
yes, sir,
there are 2 programs that captured 4 tournament titles, tied for the most. Any guess? I think you guys can guess who one of those programs are.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
The #1 public HBCU.
Right. Florida A&M, having won tournament titles in softball, volleyball, women's indoor track, and women's outdoor track. The other school was What'd you say? The other school was
not including our winner up because we was winner up in a couple of sports.
Oh yeah. I wasn't getting to that. But if you want to go there, sure, you can go. We finished runner up in what? Golf,
baseball.
I think that's it. Cross country.
I don't think we placed this year.
No,
not this year. Not this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So those are the 2 that we know for sure. Okay. The other school that finished with 4 conference titles. Let me back up. We should also include a regular season title in softball, East Division champs. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there we go. 4 tournament titles, 1 regular season title. Alabama State, who you heard there, finished in 2nd with the top women's program. They won tournament titles, of course, in baseball just this past weekend. Man, just think it. Anyway. Men's tennis, women's cross country. No regular season titles won at all. Those were your winningest teams, programs in terms of tournament championships. The only other team that came close to 4 was Prairie View, who won 3 tournament titles in football, basketball, and women's golf. Nobody else won multiple tournament titles. Okay? Now, regular season titles, Prairie View even won a couple of those. Won regular season titles in football, softball, and volleyball. So actually, they won 3. What rank was Prairie View? Oh, Prairie View was behind us in the point system. Interesting. Okay, let me continue. Let me talk about the team that actually won the whole thing. What did they do, you may say? Well, Bryan, they're the Commissioner's Cup champions. Well, this team won the men's outdoor title for the first time since 1990. Congratulations to that. And then they won 4 regular season titles: Football East Division, women's soccer, women's tennis, women's bowling. And if I'm not mistaken, they finished runner-up in all 4 of those.
Yeah, in the tournament.
Yeah. They finished runner-up in, so, you know, they won the outdoor. They finished runner-up in tennis, women's tennis. They finished runner-up in bowling. Well, we know they lost in football. And then I believe they were runner-up in soccer. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I think Southern won soccer.
Man. So maybe that's where all their points came from. Being the bridesmaid. Being the bridesmaid in the SWAC is enough to get you the accumulation of enough points to be the Commissioner's Cup champion. While schools that actually won championships finished 2nd and 5th overall. And Texas Southern and Southern, my God, let me see. Let me just for purposes, right? What did Texas Southern do? Oh, I'm sorry. 1 tournament title, men's indoor, no regular season titles. Southern won women's basketball, no regular season titles. So, I mean, at least they won something.
Interesting information.
I'm just here to share information, people. I'm not, you know, what are we doing? You know, I mean, at some point, I think I'm going to have to, you know, stand on this hill at least until the start of the season. And I may be the only one standing there. So I'm willing to stand on the corner on the milk carton. And I'm gonna scream for change. Change must come.
No, one thing I am surprised about.
Winning championships has to mean more than finishing 2nd. It has to mean more. You know, I get it. If you want to give somebody credit for winning the regular season, okay. I mean, Kelvin, you made a great argument about, you know, the value of winning regular season titles. So I'm not going to discount that. But, man, I mean, because we were bridesmaids in 2 tournaments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably could have won both of them.
All right.
But I just, you know, and we don't compete in nearly as many sports as the 4 teams in front of us. I just want to, you know.
Right. We don't have 4 sports. We don't have men's cross country or men's tennis. Right. And we don't have women's soccer or golf.
So based on the percentages of championships per sports played, which is a stat that nobody wants to pay attention to, but I'm bringing it into focus here. Championships per sport, we actually had the best average. I mean, do the math. 4 out of 14 compared to a lot of schools that had like 1 out of 18, 1 out of 16. I'm not a mathematician, didn't stay at a Holiday Inn last night, but I know that's a better percentage, 4 out of 14. Okay.
Now, one thing I am surprised about when you were going through the numbers, I mean, just qualitatively, my recollection of who was it, Texas Southern and Southern, there's no disparity on either school, but I just, like you were saying, I just don't remember. It didn't stick in my mind as like, hey, they were like winning all these titles to be 3rd and 4th in
women's basketball tournament.
Yeah, the women's, but I don't.
Women's and men.
Oh, that's okay.
In basketball, the basketball tournament.
Okay, that makes sense. And who's the other one? Texas Southern? That was third or fourth ahead of us.
Yeah, I think that got to do with West titles, because Texas Southern don't beat a whole lot of Eastern teams. At least I don't recall them beating a lot of Eastern teams.
Well, Texas Southern tied for the best score. Again, interesting enough, they tied with the best score with Bethune-Cookman on the men's side. 70.5, which was
track.
Cross country. The Bethune won regular season titles in let me see. Bethune won 2 regular season titles, baseball and men's basketball, and then they won the conference tournament title in cross country. Maybe it's the sports have a different value. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm thinking there might be some.
Yeah, maybe there's. I'm gonna make a call to some people. They may not return my call.
Yeah, I would like to know the numbers. I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah.
All right. I will make an inquiry with the SWAC. They may see my email after hearing this rant and block me or choose to look away.
I'm one of the people I like to know. I want the information. How many points you get for championship regular season? How many points you get for a tournament championship that qualifies you for the NCAA? And I'm assuming you don't get any points if you don't field the sport. But then I looked at the commissioners list that they had out there, and they didn't have any points for us for women's cross country, which we host. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
And all of this is available, folks, on SWAC.org. You can go look up this stuff for yourself. Not just me. Obviously I have an interest in this thing. But again, I just they do have the final standings. Okay, let's see. Did FAMU finish better than a year ago we were tied for 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We've tied for 4th twice, tied for 7th. I mean, we've been in 7th twice and 6th once since we've been in the SWAC. That's overalls.
We were even 2 years ago, we were 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I look at this and I say, you really can't move up when you're at a disadvantage in terms of sports played. I mean, really. But whose problem is that? I don't know that folks may look at that and say that's your problem, not ours. Okay, well, we would have to win like 6 sports in order to have we'd have to win like 6 conference titles.
Yeah. And that including the regular season. We would have to win the regular season in a couple of sports as well as the postseason.
Yeah. So, I just thought it was interesting. You got some programs, have dominant women's programs like FAMU. You got some programs winning in the major sports like, Prairie View did. I would say they were pretty dominant in major sports.
Southern was pretty decent too, at least in basketball.
Women's basketball was their only tournament or conference or regular season title. That's it.
They beat us.
Who?
Southern in the tournament. The men.
Well, yeah, men's basketball. So they got a runner-up finish. All right. Well, that's all I got. I think I said enough. Fellas, you got anything? Marcus did a great job with the recruiting. Kelvin, you got anything you wanna end the show on?
No, I think you said enough tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I know one of the hot topics out there. We're not going to get into it this week. We'll try to do a little more research. I'm working on getting some visitors, but I will encourage everybody. I believe this weekend is the virtual National Alumni Association meetings, and I think that will be interesting given some of the things that we have read and heard from our booster president and some of the some of the initiatives. Marcus, you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw Kelvin's screen go out. I don't know if it was him or me. But it'll be interesting to kind of pay it.
The Nation blog and
just go check out the National Alumni Association. I don't know. Does it cost to be a part of the digital package to jump in there? I'm sure it does, or you just have to register. Well, whatever you do, I encourage you guys to.
No idea.
I encourage you go check out.
No idea.
FAMU NAA. They have the convention coming on this weekend, and then next week, who knows? Maybe we'll have a guest or two that might be able to share a little more about what's at the root of the questions or issues or problems. At the end of the day, we have to find a way to get back to
FAMU.
Yeah, we have to get back to. Got to get back to. I was talking to somebody. Said we need like couples therapy. Like our DSO and support organizations need couples therapy. We really do. We need to get leaders, all the leaders in a room, and we need to have like a therapist, somebody, who can listen, suggest. We need something.
The NAA has been extended to midnight, Brian. Registration, and it's a $25 fee for the virtual meeting. So you got the midnight tonight.
All right. So go register.
And you can go to the NAA site and see the register link.
All right. We need more. We need more what, Keith? More therapists, more money, more visitors, more what? But anyway. Yeah, go to the FAMU NAA site. FAMU, what is it? FAMUNAA.org.
Yes.
Put the link it. Yeah, I got it right. There you go. All right, $25. I'm sure that's a donation. But anyway, encourage you guys to go check it out. Thanks to everybody who tuned in today to watch the show on Instagram Live, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Of course, all of our JBN subscribers and the folks that are watching, whether you're watching on the JBN page or the ONG Strike Zone, even the folks on Facebook. We thank you for tuning in and watching the show. Please go download the BCSN Pod Zone everywhere that you listen to podcasts. BCSN Pod Zone, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, iHeartRadio, all of those places and more. The NAA event is virtual, Keith. It is virtual. That is where it is everywhere. There we go. No, registration's closed. I thought it was open until noon or midnight.
That's what I just read.
Kelvin just read that it's still open. Kelvin just read it's still open. So try again. Try again. All right. All right.
Yeah.
What'd you say? All right. That's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you for watching. Appreciate AD Drew for joining us. Appreciate TA for joining us of HBCU Track and Field. And make sure you're following him. Good luck to the Rattlers in Lexington, Kentucky. And we look forward to some of you moving on to Oregon for the Nationals. And some of you, we look forward to watching you become All-Americans. So, for Marcus Green.
Oh, by the way, Bryan.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that was Wednesday night email. So it closed at midnight Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday, Kelvin.
Oh, I was thinking, yeah, you're right. You're right. I was thinking it was Thursday for some reason. I thought I saw what A. Williams put, so I went back and looked to make sure it wasn't. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah. FAMU.
All right.
Hey. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Forget it. I'm right.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Hey, Mr. Campbell, Steve. Hey, I hit you up. We'll hit you up offline. We'll try to work out. I'd love to, like I said, want to find out more about, maybe get a good guest in to talk about what's going on. But we'll see how things go at the National Alumni Association. Maybe everybody can virtually get in a room and, with a good therapist, and we can talk it out. All right. Well, have a good week. Have a good weekend. And let's be positive. Let's spread love. And let's keep our eyes open everywhere we can. A lot of things happening in the world that we need to pay attention to. So for Marcus and Kelvin, I'm Bryan. Thank you, Rattlers. Thank you, Rattler Nation. Thank you, family. We'll see you again next Wednesday night right here on the ONG StrikeZone on the Black College Sports Network. Peace out.